So I just posted a video on the timeline I create for ceremony and reception for weddings. I do it in Microsoft Word, and I explained how I don't print this until the last minute. I print it maybe Friday night or something like that, because it's reasonable to assume that everything that I think I finalized with the client on Monday or Tuesday will have changes on Wednesday and Thursday and even Friday. So I just hold off and wait to print that. Nobody questioned my timeline creation. Nobody said, why do you do it that way? What people did say is, why do you print anything? Why don't you just use your iPad or Microsoft OneNote or something like that? I've got a couple of different reasons that I do it the way I do it. And before I even get into that, if you use OneNote or if you use your iPad or whatever the case might be, it's not wrong. I just do it differently, and I got reasoning behind it, so here it is. First of all, I don't want to rely on technology for everything. I want to be able to have a hard document that I've printed out that I could share with anybody, and anyone's going to understand it. If I have to hand it to a DJ, last minute emergency, they're going to understand it. I don't have to worry about whether or not they have an iPad or they have OneNote or anything else. Here it is, take it. If I have to share it with a vendor on site, yeah, I can do that. Now, yeah, you can email your vendors all the information you want. How much attention do they always pay to that? They may have questions. Here it is on a piece of paper. You can hand it to them. Not a big deal. The other thing is glare. I don't want to have to worry about glare when I'm doing outdoor ceremonies. I know you can turn up an iPad and see a little better, but you know, sun effects, all of our electronic devices outdoors, a piece of paper is just so much easier. I can make a big bold print and I don't have to scroll anything. I am one-handed. It's hard for me to operate an iPad scrolling through it, holding it at all while I'm trying to organize and line up a wedding party somewhere. A piece of paper makes it a lot easier. I can stick the thing in my pocket if I have to, while I use my one good hand to do whatever I need to do, give direction, hold a microphone, whatever the case might be. The other thing is, and this is something that a lot of people aren't thinking about, if I explain to my client that I'm going to be printing a document on Friday, it sounds final to the client. So they may understand that this is it, and they're not going to go through and make arbitrary changes that are not necessary. I understand that there are times when you get to an event and changes are made. Maybe someone in the wedding party doesn't show up and there's a substitute. That's a reasonable change that you can make up here, or you can write down on the piece of paper, cross out a name, put another name in. Or they've added something. Something's happened where, I don't know, for whatever reason, you've got to change the order of things. I mean, that's easily done with a pen. You don't have to have all this technology in front of you to do it. But again, like I'm saying, if you're doing it with an iPad or OneNote or whatever Mac uses for this stuff, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that you're doing it the wrong way. I'm telling you that through experience, it's easier for me to do it this way, especially with these pickup gigs that I've done for my friend. He is a Mac guy. He's got everything on his iPad. It's meticulously organized in a way that he understands. I don't understand it. I've had to start all over with all of this paperwork with these clients and organize this stuff. I can't use anything he's given me. I don't understand it. I can't even access it. I'm not a Mac guy. And yeah, I mean, if I were to have sent him, for example, a timeline printed out or just written out in an order that anyone can understand, he could have done a gig for me, no problem. I mean, why couldn't he? So that's it, my video. That's why. And if you're doing it with an iPad or with OneNote or whatever you're doing, you're not doing it wrong. We're just doing it different. That's why I do it. I'm answering your questions. Thanks for watching. Practice and enjoy.